Love happens. In a small town nestled between rolling hills, two women found their worlds gradually merging into one. Sarah, a quiet, introspective artist, spent her days painting landscapes and portraits that captured the beauty around her. Mia, on the other hand, was a vivacious local barista with an infectious laugh and a knack for making everyone feel welcome. Their paths crossed one sunny afternoon at the local coffee shop, where Mia served her signature lavender lattes. It started off as casual conversation. Sarah, who frequented the cafe for inspiration, would often strike up small talk about the weather or the latest art exhibit. But there was an unmistakable spark, something that ignited deeper conversations. They discovered shared interests in literature and a love for hiking, which led to plans for outings that filled their weekends with laughter and long walks through the woods. As their friendship deepened, so did their affection for each other. They spent late nights discussing their dreams, fears, and ambitions, discovering the kind of connection that felt rare and profound. Sarah found comfort in Mia's vibrant outlook on life, while Mia was endlessly inspired by Sarah's introspective creativity. It was in those intimate moments that they began to realize what was blossoming between them. One evening, under a canopy of stars, Mia took Sarah's hand and confessed her feelings. "I know this might be strange, but I can't help how I feel about you," she said, her voice a mix of nervousness and hope. Sarah felt her heart race, recognizing that she felt the same way. They shared a gentle kiss that felt like a long overdue promise, and with it, the overwhelming realization that their connection was something special. But their love wasn't without challenges. Living in a small town meant that not everyone was accepting. They encountered whispered judgments and disapproving glances. Yet, through it all, they found strength in each other. They became each other's safe haven, a place where love could flourish despite outside opinions. Sarah learned to express her feelings through her art, creating pieces that spoke to their unique love story. Mia used her voice to advocate for acceptance in their community, hoping to change minds and hearts. Over time, what began as a simple friendship grew into a vibrant and passionate relationship. They celebrated anniversaries by revisiting the coffee shop where it all began or hiking along their favorite trails, hand in hand. They learned to navigate the complexities of their relationship, supporting each other's dreams while facing adversity together. In the end, it became clear to them that love knows no boundaries. What they felt for each other was genuine, true, and undeniable. Their love story wasn't just a journey of self-discovery, it was a testament to the power of connection. Sarah and Mia learned to embrace their story, defying conventions and celebrating the beauty of their love, proving that love happens when you least expect it, and when it does, it's transformative. Their journey was not just about finding love but owning it, their pure, passionate, and true love. As the seasons changed, so did the rhythm of Sarah and Mia's life together. They cultivated a routine that was at once comforting and exhilarating. Mornings began with the aroma of coffee wafting through their apartment, and evenings were often spent cooking together, experimenting with new recipes as they shared stories from their day. Mia's laughter filled the kitchen as she playfully danced to music, and Sarah found herself captivated by every carefree movement. One crisp autumn day, as the leaves turned to brilliant shades of gold and red, Mia took a leap of faith. She invited Sarah to a local LGBTQ+ event, an open mic night at a nearby community center. Nervous yet excited, they walked hand in hand, not just as a couple but as advocates for a love that deserved to be celebrated. The atmosphere was electric, filled with voices sharing poetry, stories, and songs that resonated with experiences of love, acceptance, and resilience. As they took their seats in the small but welcoming venue, Sarah felt the warmth of Mia's hand in hers. The spotlight illuminated the performers, each sharing pieces of their hearts. At that moment, Sarah felt a powerful urge to share her own story. Overwhelmed with emotion, she leaned into Mia, whispering her feelings. "I think I want to go up there," she said, her voice trembling slightly. With a reassuring nod, Mia encouraged her. "You have something beautiful to share, Sarah. Go for it." With her heart pounding, Sarah made her way to the stage. As she stood under the warm glow of the spotlight, she saw a sea of faces, some familiar, some strangers, all ready to listen. She took a deep breath, clutching the microphone. "This is for everyone who's ever dared to love freely," she began, her voice gaining strength. "I want to share a poem that captures what love means to me." She recited a piece inspired by her relationship with Mia, detailing their journey, how love had intertwined their lives, the challenges they faced, and the beauty they found in each other. With each line, she felt the weight of vulnerability lift. The audience resonated with her words, nodding in understanding, their reactions confirming the bond they all shared. By the time she finished, tears streamed down her cheeks, not from sadness but from the catharsis of expression. As she stepped down from the stage, Mia rushed to her side, enveloping her in a warm hug. "You were amazing," she exclaimed, her eyes shining with pride. That night marked a turning point in their relationship. Sarah discovered a newfound confidence, embracing her identity as an artist and as a partner. Together, they attended more community events, finding empowerment in each gathering. They listened to stories that mirrored their own, and in doing so, they realized they weren't alone in their journey. As the winter months approached, the couple decided to host a gathering at their apartment. They invited friends, both old and new, creating a space for open dialogue and connection. The night was filled with laughter, shared meals, and heartfelt conversations. They encouraged guests to bring something meaningful, stories, art, or songs, to share, fostering a sense of community among everyone present. It was during this gathering that Mia felt inspired to finally come out to her parents. After speaking with her friends about their experiences, she felt a wave of courage wash over her. Later that week, as she sat at the dinner table with her family, she took a deep breath. "Mom, Dad, there's something important I want to share," she began, her heart racing. As she spoke of her love for Sarah, the room fell silent. To her surprise, her parents took a moment to absorb the information. Then, slowly, her mother reached across the table, tears glistening in her eyes. "Mia, we just want you to be happy," she said, pulling her into a warm embrace. Her father nodded, and though his expression was serious, he ultimately smiled. "You're our daughter, and we love you." That acceptance became a cornerstone for both Mia and Sarah. With each passing day, their relationship deepened, a tapestry woven from love, trust, and understanding. They continued exploring their dreams. Sarah held a solo art exhibition that drew oohs and ahs from the crowd, while Mia found ways to promote inclusivity at the cafe, ensuring it was a safe space for everyone. As spring arrived, signaling renewal and growth, Sarah and Mia took a leap together. Mia proposed during a hike at their favorite spot, where they had shared so many memories. "I want to spend my life with you," she said, pulling out a ring she'd thoughtfully picked out, knowing it was just as unique as their love story. Overwhelmed with joy, Sarah embraced her, tears of happiness flowing freely as she nodded, whispering the word they both longed to hear, "Yes." Together, they planned a small, intimate wedding, surrounded by their closest friends and family who had supported them through every step. The ceremony was a celebration of love in its purest form, adorned with flowers, personal vows, and laughter. That day, as they exchanged rings and promises, Sarah and Mia understood that love had a language all its own, a language of authenticity, connection, and boundless joy. In the years that followed, they continued to build a life together that was rich with adventure, passion, and love, crafting a story that would inspire others and reminding them that love, in all its forms, is something that simply happens, and it is the most beautiful journey one can embark on. As the years passed, Sarah and Mia's love deepened and blossomed. Their home, filled with cherished memories and the soft glow of laughter, became a canvas for their evolving partnership. Each piece of art that adorned the walls told a story. Some were creations from Sarah's vivid imagination, while others were collaborative pieces they crafted together, blending their unique perspectives into something greater. With the arrival of spring, the couple found themselves embracing new adventures. Sarah had begun to receive recognition for her work, and an art gallery in the city invited her to display a collection themed around love and identity. She was excited, but the thought of presenting her pieces to such a large audience also made her anxious. Mia, sensing her nerves, volunteered to help. Let's make this a weekend trip, she suggested animatedly. I'll drive you, and we'll explore the city together. You can focus on the art, and I'll take care of the rest. The weekend arrived, and they set off with a sense of excitement and anticipation. The city pulsed with life, street musicians filled the air with joyful melodies, and vibrant markets showcased local artisans. Sarah felt a surge of inspiration, jotting down notes about colors, emotions, and sights. On the day of the exhibition, butterflies danced in Sarah's stomach. She dressed carefully, wearing a simple but elegant linen dress that Mia had helped pick out. As they drove to the gallery, Mia held her hand, a source of calm determination. Just be yourself, she said. Most importantly, remember, everyone is here to celebrate you and your art. As Sarah stood before her collection, surrounded by friends, family, and new faces, she felt a wave of gratitude. Each piece evoked stories of their love, a canvas that depicted the moment Mia proposed, a vibrant tableau of them sharing coffee on lazy Sunday mornings, and a breathtaking landscape that symbolized how they had weathered storms together. When the time came for Sarah to speak, she took a deep breath, her heart swelling with pride and love. Thank you all for being here tonight, she began. These pieces represent my journey, but they also represent a shared journey with someone who inspires me every day, my wife, Mia. The audience erupted in applause, and Mia stood beaming, tears of joy in her eyes. After the exhibition, they wandered the city hand in hand, exploring art galleries and charming cafes, basking in the richness of where they were and what they had built together. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, filled with dream sharing and plans for their future. We should consider expanding our family, Mia suggested as they strolled through a park filled with blooming flowers. What do you think about adoption? The thought caught Sarah slightly off guard, and she paused to ponder. It's something I've thought about, especially with how much love we have to give. But it's a big step, you know? I know, Mia replied, squeezing her hand. But I can't help but think about how wonderful it would be to share our love with a little one. We could create a home filled with art and adventure, just like ours. Over the following weeks, the conversation became a beautiful exploration of what parenthood might look like for them. They spent evenings researching adoption agencies and learning about the process, feeling their excitement grow with each passing day. Soon, they attended orientation sessions, eager to understand how they could provide a nurturing environment for a child. They listened intently as social workers shared stories of children in need of loving homes, and they felt a shared determination to change a life. Months later, after a rigorous application process, they found themselves in the waiting phase, a pulsating mix of anticipation and anxiety. The idea of becoming parents felt surreal. They decorated a room in their home, transforming it into a cozy sanctuary filled with books, toys, and art supplies, a place that would welcome a child into their lives. One night, as they lay on the couch watching a movie, they were interrupted by Mia's phone buzzing with a notification. As she read the message, her eyes widened in disbelief. "Sarah," she exclaimed, her voice shaking with excitement. "They found a match for us." They sat together with wide eyes, hearts pounding. As they learned more about the little girl, a 3-year-old named Emma who loved painting and had a fondness for animals, they felt an instant connection. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together. Weeks later, on a bright summer day, Emma arrived at their home. When she stepped inside, her curly hair bouncing and her cheeks flushed with excitement, Sarah and Mia felt a wave of love wash over them. The moment was surreal, and they knelt down to introduce themselves, their hearts soaring as they saw Emma's smile widen in response. From that day forward, their home blossomed with the vibrant energy of a child. Emma filled their days with laughter, creativity, and curiosity, her presence a joyful whirlwind. They spent afternoons painting together, tucking their canvases under the dining table, and decorating the fridge with the masterpieces that emulated love and family. Mia often recounted the fairy tales she had grown up with, using them as a canvas to paint lessons of kindness and bravery. Eventually, they decided to incorporate family traditions centered around love and acceptance. They established monthly family nights with games, crafts, and cooking lessons where Emma could help and explore her interests. As their family adapted to their new dynamic, Sarah and Mia also leaned on their community for support. They often joined local LGBTQ+ family groups, creating connections with other families and sharing experiences. Every time they gathered, whether for a picnic at the park or a holiday event, Sarah and Mia were reminded that their love had created a home, not just for them but also for Emma to thrive. Every night, as they tucked Emma into bed, they would read her favorite storybooks, filling the air with warmth and love. And with every "I love you" exchanged, they knew their family was woven together not just by blood but through understanding, acceptance, and the fierce love they had cultivated. Years went by, and as they navigated the ups and downs of parenthood together, Sarah and Mia couldn't help but reflect on their journey, from two women meeting in a small coffee shop to a loving family filled with laughter, art, and adventure. Their love story had evolved, becoming richer and more profound, emphasizing that love truly happens in unexpected and beautiful ways. Together, they understood that their journey was just beginning, a story of growth, love, and the promise of many more adventures to come. They were ready to face anything life threw at them, hand in hand, heart to heart, as a family. As Emma grew older, her vibrant personality flourished, and the connections within their family deepened. Each day was a new adventure, a playdate at the park, art classes, or baking cookies filled their Saturdays, while quiet evenings were reserved for reading and cuddling on the couch. Sarah and Mia embraced the chaos of parenthood, often laughing at the perfectly imperfect moments that defined their family life. One sunny autumn afternoon, the trio found themselves at a local festival celebrating the arts. Emma, buzzing with excitement, darted from booth to booth, her small hands grasping colorful crafts and treats. Sarah and Mia watched with wide smiles, their hearts swelling as they saw their daughter immerse herself in a world that celebrated creativity. As they strolled through the festival, they came across a booth for a community mural project that sought to honor diversity. Participating families were invited to paint patches that represented their cultures and stories. Emma's eyes lit up as she tugged at Sarah's sleeve. "Can we do it, Mommy? Please?" Sarah exchanged a glance with Mia, who nodded enthusiastically. They approached the booth, and Sarah felt a familiar rush of inspiration. "How about we create something that shows what love means to us?" she suggested. Over the next few hours, the three of them worked together, sharing paintbrushes and laughter, as they transformed their canvas into a vibrant scene. They painted a colorful tree with hearts nestled among the branches, each heart representing the love they held for one another and their journey together as a family. As Emma dipped her fingers into paint and decorated the trunk, she squealed in delight, her creativity shining. When the mural was unveiled, the community erupted in applause. Sarah and Mia stood proud, their hearts full as they embraced Emma. The mural, now a vibrant emblem of their love, would remain as a reminder of how far they had come, not just as a couple, but as a family. As they transitioned into a new chapter, Sarah was inspired to write a children's book. She wanted to tell Emma's story and the importance of love in all its forms. The book, titled A Heart for Every Home, encapsulated their experiences, portraying different families united by love and acceptance. Mia supported her, helping with illustrations and brainstorming ideas. After months of hard work, the book was ready for publication. On the day of the launch, they hosted a small gathering at the local bookstore, inviting friends, family, and their community. As Sarah read aloud, she glanced at Emma, who was nestled in Mia's lap, her eyes sparkling with joy as she absorbed the tale of her own family. When Sarah finished reading, the room erupted in applause. Emotions surged within her, she felt honored to share their story with the world. Mia took the microphone, her voice steady but filled with joy. "This book is more than just a story. It's a reminder that love has no boundaries and that every family is unique and beautiful. And our family is the greatest adventure of all." That evening, as they walked home under a canopy of stars, Emma skipped ahead, lost in her own world of dreams. Sarah and Mia held hands, exchanging knowing smiles. They had created a life filled with love, acceptance, and resilience, a life that honored every moment, both big and small. Years turned into a beautiful tapestry of experiences, school plays, family vacations, late-night art projects, and holiday traditions created in their unique, loving way. Emma grew into a confident, creative young girl who understood the power of love and kindness, encouraged by the unwavering support of her two mothers. One particularly beautiful spring day, Mia and Sarah decided to revisit the mural they had painted together years ago. Standing before it, they marveled at how it had become a cherished symbol in their community. Children and families would come by, tracing the colorful hearts with their fingers, sharing stories of acceptance and love. "Mia," Sarah said, her voice soft and reflective, "do you remember how unsure we were about becoming parents?" Mia nodded, a smile forming. "And how scared we were at first. But look at us now." They shared a moment of quiet connection, their hearts full of gratitude for the journey they had undertaken together. Their love had grown into a power that was transformative, not only for themselves but for Emma and their community. As they stood there, Emma ran up to them, her cheeks flushed with excitement, holding a bouquet of freshly picked wildflowers. "Look what I found," she exclaimed, presenting the blooms with pride. "Let's make new memories today." With laughter and joy emanating from them, Sarah and Mia took Emma's hand, feeling an overwhelming sense of togetherness. They walked away from the mural, side by side, three hearts united by love, ready to embrace whatever came next. In that moment, they understood that love truly happens in the most unexpected ways. It brings together different threads of life, weaving them into a tapestry uniquely their own. And through every challenge and every joy, they were reminded that love, in its purest form, was not only the foundation of their family but also the legacy they would continue to nurture and share with the world. As they continued on their adventure through life, they knew one truth: love happens, always, beautifully, and forever.